will be like this. But let me remove the virtual settings. So, well, no, not just. Okay. And so it's not. Okay.
All right.
And after that, we don't have anything on report.
Welcome, everyone, to the Mechanics Institute Sunday Rapids. My name is Abel Talamontes. I'm the chess director of the Mechanics Institute. And we decided to cover our Sunday USCF rated rapid because we just thought it would be fun to do it. And joining me is Mechanics Institute Youth Outreach and events guru, Dr. Judith Stare. We're actually both here at the Mechanics Institute. We've been handing out trophy awards for some of our online events that we've had over the summer. We decided to do a trophy pickup service today, and we figured since we're here, might as well broadcast the event. Thought it would be fun. So we had pretty good turnout for this event. We have 21 players. The top seed is Josiah Stearman, and flip into that game here. He is black, Josie Wales, playing Knight Can Jump. And that's actually a player that just joined us. I'm trying to remember who that was. I think it's Arjun Sankar. We also have Micro Bear, Eric Hahn, who's done really well in some of our events. He's playing on board 2. Board 3, we have International Master Elliot Winslow. He is currently playing Kalen Melville. So that's a TNM matchup of some Mechanics regulars. And, Michael Walder's playing the tournament. We have Felix German, Kevin Fong, Andrew Ballantyne. So we have a lot of Mechanics regulars here, and there's Judith joining us. How's it going? Yeah.
Trophy to our parents, a curbside trophy pickup. So we are doing that today. It's exciting.
Yeah, I was announcing that, we're here doing trophy curbside for our events like San Francisco Scholastic Championship. We had 289 players online this year. And so we have all the trophy awards for that we're giving out, as well as the weekly USCF rated Scholastic events.
In fact, we are number 10 today. This is our 10th online USCF online rated tournament. We started June 14th and doing it every single weekend. So
time flies when you're having fun, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Let me go to board 2, which is Micro Bear, which is Eric Hahn playing GM Care Bear 999. And let me pull up our player.
So everyone, we have 2 tournaments today. We have the regular tournament starting at 2, and we have the kids tournament starting at 3. So we probably should peek into that too, because that actually has 22 players already, and I expect a few more coming within the last half an hour or so.
And that's pretty exciting. We've had pretty consistent numbers for our USCF kids events, which is really good. And now we're seeing some of those players transition to the regular events, like Aditya Chida is playing the TNM now after getting his start in our Scholastic tournament. So that's a lot of fun.
I actually would do both had I not scheduled it on the same day.
You're right.
So, yeah. Well, next time.
Let me take a look at our board 3, which is Elliot Winslow, who's black, playing Kalen Melville, who is white. Elliot Winslow doing well in our Tuesday night marathon. He's trying to mount a little comeback because he had dropped a game a couple of weeks ago to Jonah Bush, and he's hoping to make a move in the last 2 rounds, which will be this Tuesday, the final 2 rounds of our Tuesday night marathon online. So we're looking at this game. Looks pretty aggressive from Kalen. I have both sides. They're, the king side's compromised, and looks like we might see some action chess here. So for those people that are just tuning in, I am a 1800 player, hit my floor. There's going to be limits to what I'm going to be able to see and not see, but I'm going to do my best. But we're also going to call the characters of this tournament in game, and we'll be following the chess action. So this is 6 rounds, game in 15 plus 2.
Yes, so that's game in 15 minutes, 50 minutes for each player, and plus 2-second increment. That means with every move, you add 2 minutes to your clock. So that's a pre-standard time control that we like to use. So 1 round probably lasts up to roughly 30-35 minutes. So a 6-round tournament should last around 3 hours. And it's also an automatically run tournament by chess.com. That means there's a tournament ID. The games are within one tournament ID, and chess.com is taking care of all the TD duties in terms of pairing, posting results, and repairing for next round. That also means that whenever all the games are finished in 1 round, they automatically pair and put up the pairings, and within a few seconds, the next game should start. So if you finish early, go grab something, but then come back, because you have to be active on your page in order for chess.com to be able to pair you. If it detects that you're not active on the page, it's gonna actually skip you and not pair you and give you a 0-point buy for that round, and then you have to wait around to pair you. If you withdraw from a tournament, once the tournament started, you're not going to be able to rejoin. So withdraw carefully and make sure that you are 100%.
Make sure you want to do it.
Otherwise, there's no joining back later, unfortunately.
I actually did that in one of the weekly tournaments. I joined, and then I withdrew, and then circumstances changed where I could play, but then I couldn't jump back in. So I was pretty disappointed. So we're looking at Josiah Stearman here, who's got
registered within the last 5-10 minutes, so I was really pleasantly surprised. I haven't seen him play for a long time, so
yeah, it's been a while
for coming and playing.
Yeah, and he's got things well in control here. This first round seems, I'm just peeking at all the games. They seem to be going pretty quick in terms of the progress. Here, look at this game with Felix German and Kevin Fong. We started a few minutes ago. We're already in a end game with.
Wow.
So
they should be reminded that it's game in 15. They don't have to buckle up and
and go quick.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good situation for Felix, because not only is he up a pawn, but when we have queens on the board, if you're going to choose between queen and bishop and queen and knight, you definitely would prefer to have the queen and knight, because they coordinate much better together than queen and bishop does. So Felix definitely has an advantage here, especially with being up a pawn. Taking a quick peek into Kevin's son against Michael Walder. A young rising player. Obviously it's no match for Michael Walder,
But at the same time, Kevin has been improving his chess tremendously. He's been playing every single day, and I have to get the phone.
So we are at the Mechanics Institute. So the phone rings, and there's work to be done here. So moving forward, let's take a look at this game. Wow, definitely in the early stages. Nick Allison. J. Reed, 1982.
Yes.
Let's let's go to Elliot Winslow and Kaylin Melville. This is live TV also, so if we get a phone call with registration questions and we have to take it, then we have to take it. All in fun, all part of the process. Let's take a look at Eric Hahn, who he's going to be one of the favorites in this tournament, along with Hosea and Elliot. It seems like he has things in control. Let me change the orientation of the board. It looks like he's up 2 pawns. It's got a lot of space. Although Black's rook is down there, he's now in a lot of trouble because the only thing protecting that rook was the knight, and now the knight's being attacked. So GM Care Bear under a lot of adversity, let's just say that. Let's go to board 1 with Stearman. He is just bringing down the fire on knight can jump. The pawns are storming, the knight's right up there. I think the end will be coming pretty soon. And
Now I'm back. There's probably a late registration. We'll see. So.
Yeah, we heard that. And I was just saying, this is live TV, right? We got work to do here, so.
I'll mute myself, or I muted myself next time.
Nah, it's fun. Why not?
Yeah. And kids tournament starts in 40 minutes at 3 p.m. So that's exciting as well. And everything looks good. How many games do we have left?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still got 7 games left, but a lot of them are winding down. Stearman is definitely winding down. That one's going to be over soon. Going to this one, I think this is Kritin Gopalakrishnan against Anshul Kohli, I think it is, Evolve Player 55. And Kritin looks in control up a bishop. So
just a reminder for everyone, as of actually Friday, 2 days ago, the new online rules went into effect. And one of the particular for this set of rules is that it demands or it mandates organizers to post advanced entries and to make sure that at least somehow players know who they are playing against. So actually it takes a lot of efforts from the organizers because they have to continuously update or have an online registration system that displays their user IDs next to their real name and USCF IDs. I'm trying to do that. And last I updated at 1:30, so half an hour before the tournament. That's being said, whatever registration comes up last minute, I won't be able to do that. We just have to trust that somehow we know who E.C. Winslow or Jay Sturman or Josie Wales, and we know these players. But this is something that organizers will have to pay attention from now on to regularly update the advanced entries, the list of registered players, and to have a system where the players know, have a correlation between full name, USCF ID, and user ID of the platform.
And for viewers that are tuning in, if you have any questions for Judith and I, You got us right here, right now. So feel free to ask us anything in the chat as we cover the tournament. And it's a really big deal with these online rules where Judith was a big part. She was part of an online task force with the U.S. Chess Federation, along with some other people in U.S. Chess.
Two from the executive board, Ryan Velas and Mike Hoffbauer, who became the president of the board, the new board, and 5 of us around the nation. Steve Emmett from New York City, Dave Hatter from Georgia. Dave Hatter.
Yep, Georgia.
Yeah, John Haskell from Florida, and Brian Rayan from Kansas. So 7 of us, and Christina Schweitz from Virginia. So 7 of us worked on this quite extensively and presented in front of the delegates, and they voted on it, and we passed by 88%. So, and it went effect. So I'm happy to answer any questions. There have been some discussion about this, and hopefully.
And that 88% was it needed 85% in order to be incorporated into the official rules of chess. So, and there was only a little over 100 of us voting on it. So it was actually close when you think about it. But thank goodness it passed, and now we have official guidelines and regulations pertaining to online chess that govern tournament directors.
Yeah. Okay, another call.
Another entry. We got 3 games left. Stearman and Eric Hahn won up on the top boards. 4 games left, it looks like, actually. And this is one of them right here with Elliot Winslow. He looks like he's up a couple of pawns on Kalen Melville. Let me go to this game. Actually, this game is further along than I realized. Here we are. This is live. Nick Allison and J.R. Reed, 1982. Allison looks like he is up material here. Looks like the exchange. And we have another game going, actually, that we hadn't checked in on. Server Busy and Skadelig. Server Busy is up full night here. And in this game, it looks like Gopalakrishnan, Kritin Gopalakrishnan, has got this game in hand against Anshul Kohli. So this game looks like the one to follow. So if you're looking at my background, I am at the Mechanics Institute today. We were doing some trophy pickups, Judith and I, so we're here broadcasting the event. And it also proves to viewers that the Mechanics Institute is alive and well. We're here. All the chessboards are out, the lights are on, ready to go. For when that time comes, we can do over-the-board play. But for now, we are at the Mechanics Institute online. So it looks like black might be in a little bit of trouble here, because with rook c1, it looks like the bishop on c3 is going to go down. So Nick Allison has this well in hand. Let's check back in on Elliot and Kalen. And as Judith mentioned, as soon as the last game of this round is over, the next one starts right away. So we got 6 rounds of this. G15 plus 2, USCF rated rapids. And for viewers watching as we're watching this round wind down, next weekend's a huge weekend for us. We're going to have Summer Chess Festival 2020, and it's a chess festival because we have several chess events for next weekend. One of them is the main event, which is going to be a 2-day event, 6 rounds, 3 rounds each day. It's going to be USCF rated. Judith will pair players manually according to USCF rating. We're going to have 3 sections. Let me put up the information on that, but it's going to be an exciting event, something fun to do. And then on the Saturday evening, on the first day, we're going to have a Blitz championship where we will be giving away these nice cups as prizes, and same for the main event for each section. And then on Sunday in the evening, after the rounds, we're going to have our a Fisher Random tournament. That tournament's totally free, open to anyone. And then on that same Sunday, but over on Chess Kid, we're going to have a Summer Kids Championship. So we have a lot of chess going on. That's going to be the Mechanics Institute Summer Chess Fest. I just put the link in there if you're looking to register. Spend the weekend at Mechanics doing some chess. And Elliot Winslow got it done. Looks like there's 1 game left, and that's
yes. And I just accepted this new player.
Right.
And
never too late.
Never too late. And if he joins, then
that's not true.
One player will be 20 blue.
We got even numbers.
Yeah, so I'm eager. I'm actually a little bit more eager to help these last minute registrations when we have an odd number of players, and then so.
Get them in there. Get them in there. Get it. Come one, come all. All are welcome. Come one, come all.
I have to pray that this last game will last a few more seconds so that the players will be able to join. So we'll see.
Well, the game will definitely last a few more seconds as long as there's not a resignation. So, but
assisting some kids to make sure that they are on Chess Kids. They are in the same in the correct. That they are able to see the tournament, but they are. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, no, do what you got to do.
If you have any questions, just let us know. I know a few of you are watching, so hopefully we can answer any questions you might have.
And ask us anything. I mean, it doesn't even have to be about the tournament. I mean, you can, you know.
What do we drink? Drinks.
Yeah, like, what do you read any books, right? I mean,
What do we have for lunch? Nothing.
Coffee, liquid lunch.
Liquid lunch.
Or a peanut butter and jelly, right, or whatever.
Yeah. Wish, right?
Yeah, you're a big fan of peanut butter and jelly. It's sort of like the cheap gets it done.
Really?
So Elliot Winslow, we did say ask us anything. Why is this game going on? I mean, that's a good question.
Nobody wants to resign unless it's absolutely certain, and until time runs out, there's no certainty.
There's always hope. White's up a rook.
Watching Jesse Cry and Jesse Cry and Kostya broadcasting the other day, and oh my God, Jesse pulled such a comeback, and he said, yeah, it's not until it's over, like not over until it's really over. So
yeah, and then we've seen crazy stuff. Just with all the online events we've been running since the beginning. I mean, we've seen more miraculous comebacks than this. Even it does not happen often, granted, but it does happen. And whatever you think, players do have the right to play it out. Now, White is sort of just basically gave up the exchange just to simplify this even more. But
you should raise the hand who didn't actually win a game based on time forfeit, right? A lot of us did win that game. So I mean, other than that, you don't.
I've actually lost a lot of games. On time forfeit, when naturally you think that should never happen, right? But you get so lost trying to calculate something out, you like lose sight of the time. Now this is dangerous actually, because what white has to be conscious of is trading the pawns in a manner where, for example, if you trade off all the pawns except the a4 pawn, that's bad, because black can draw that by like running into the white corner on a8, because most players know that a king, bishop, rook, pawn of the opposite color of the bishop's not going to win it. And Elliot's saying never happened, but
never happened. Elliot, come on. The many games that you played, not once you were saved by the clock, or you actually turned your game around because of the clock. Yeah. No.
Saying
no.
Yeah, I mean the way it's going here, it does not seem. Elliot is going to be correct here.
Yeah, I mean there's 95% times people are. This is correctly. But it's interesting, and you learn from every game, and especially end games. And whoever hasn't seen, we have an end game lab with Paul Whitehead, and Paul has 6 different classes prepared of this end game lab. And I'm feeling this new person will not be joining for round 2. Anyway, that's life. In either case, so Endgame Lab, you should sign up for that, because there's a lot of good material that Paul has collected, and he taught it for one time already. And as probably anyone who actually taught a course before, that second time is actually a lot better, because you suffer through the first time pain, and you realize what works, what doesn't work, what needs a little bit of adjusting, and the second time is a lot more better to.
Hold on, I messed it up. I hate when I do that. There we go.
Oh, that's fine. So anyway, anyone who is interested, we are actually going to have the class email blast going out at 4 p.m. today. But meanwhile, if you want to sign up, I'm going to copy paste here the web page of that Endgame Lab, and I strongly suggest anyone who's interested, please check out the website and the timing and sign up. If you have to miss a class, we actually record it and upload it to YouTube, so you have a recording. And actually, a lot of the students from the first class, they actually re-watched the whole class. Paul also shares the whole complete study. He does it in Lichess, so he shares the link to the study, so you can go through all the games. It's very, very educational and very useful. So please check it out and sign up for the class.
So here we have the board one of round 2. Josiah Stearman and Server Busy, and I gotta look. I know who that. I know the user. I just gotta remind myself, because we have like close to 700 people in our online club, convoluted with like all the people. But I know Server Busy is Vedant Talwalkar. So, but Stearman already putting a lot of pressure, and he's going to be up material. He's going to be up a lot right here, because he's got E5, pressure on F7, and now it's a simplified position. So I'm really liking Stearman coming out of this round. Let's take a look at. Wow, this is a pretty good matchup right here, with Felix German as white against Eric Hong. And this was a Benko gambit. So interesting game here. And because it was a Benko gambit, Felix is up a pawn, but Black's got all that space on the queen side. So this will be a fun one to see how this plays out and develops. And for everyone watching out there, and if you have comments, feel free to hit us up if you have any suggestions. We've actually been thinking of doing a lot more streaming content. We do have our Tuesday night marathon, obviously, and we have our Mechanics Social most Fridays. But we might do some new original content, like a tournament director's corner for like hour and a half, or until Judy gets tired, or
walk you guys through how a tournament works. So every time when we have tournaments, I can't provide any meaningful, in-depth conversation about chess per se, but I can walk you through how the tournament works, how the pairing works, and what determines details about the tournament. So I thought that it would be probably useful to some, and you guys can follow some of our tournaments. And we can partner up with Abel, and Abel gives you the chess background, and I give you the organizer background, so we can
enhance the experience for the viewers.
Yeah, you can say that.
And actually, one of the, there are a lot of elements that go into a tournament, especially organizing one, more than people realize. So it would actually be fun to, like what we have to think about, and even what happens post-tournament, that it gets submitted. We send games to Fair Play Review, and we could talk a little bit about that. And a lot of stuff. It's not just, all right, tournament's over, you just get rated and you just move on to the next one. There's actually a lot of double check, a lot of follow-ups, and because of the fair play, there we've had issues, and then we need to address those issues, and
yeah, absolutely.
So we've had that. So a lot going on. So tune in, see what kind of content. But if you're watching, you have ideas for content of things that you'd like to see, just tell us in the chat, and we would be definitely open to that, because we would love to use our channel to address the wants and needs of kind of the chess community, and kind of bring you information that you would like to hear about or know about, or things of that nature. I got motorcycles right outside the window, so I don't know if that's picking up, but
we are always the same location.
I mean, if we're at Mechanics, the motorcycles are an occasional thing, the pigeons are an occasional thing. So here we are, back to the chess. So I think this will be the fascinating game of the round to see how this develops, because Felix is a solid A player. Eric Hahn is he's an expert, actually, USCF expert, but he's played well enough to be master level. He's even won a Tuesday night marathon. So keep an eye on that. I mean, when I last looked at Stearman, he had things pretty well in control. And he still does, because he's attacking the knight that's at f4, and once that knight tries to save itself, the f6 pawn's going to go, and then with the f6 pawn going down, the e5 pawn's going to go down, and I just have a feeling a lot of things are going to start collapsing right there. So I'm liking Stearman's game here. We got to give this game some play here. This is Andrew Ballantyne as white against Kevin Sun. This is a game we could just as easily see in the Chess Kit tournament, but these players are playing often and they're improving. So it's nice to see them here in the regular event, them facing off against each other.
And the kids tournament starts at 3 p.m. The kids tournament only has a 50-minute window to join. So they still have 2 more minutes to start joining the tournament.
And let me know if you need that code, Judith.
Not right now. I logged in with my other. I logged in with the JStarry.
I just noticed it.
It's fine. It's fine, I think. But my question is, it's just the weird thing with ChessKid is sometimes it moves it up, because I strictly remember scheduling the kids tournament at 3:02.
Yeah.
And now it starts at 2:59. So it makes me a little bit nervous, because that 1 extra minute is actually matters a lot.
Yeah, because players count on being there right at the. And actually, yeah, that's kind of been happening, right? This isn't the first time. So.
This isn't the first time, so I'm a little bit annoyed about that. You do, and I'm not gonna change it up now. Wait a minute, but now it starts at 60 minutes, but now I see players joining. So they probably changed that. Did they change the 50 minutes?
Very strange.
Very strange. Strange things are happening at ChessKid. We'll have to reach out to Michelle.
Yeah, see what Michelle Martinez, she is super awesome. She's
awesomeness at ChessKid.
A true friend of mechanics for sure, and she's a true friend of chess in general. So
her kid is amazing, great TD, great player, and great article writer. I was helping the Chess Journal of America to score some of the entries, and I had the pleasure of reading his entry and judge his entries. So very, very good work. Very good work. Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan. So anyway, so all good.
Let's go and take a look at Elliot Winslow against Kritin Gopalakrishnan. Yeah, this is a pretty powerful position for Elliot, because bishop takes knight, e-pawn takes, and then the knight's not going to have a whole. The knight's trapped, actually. So he didn't take the knight because of that. But you're just going to shove c5, and that's. Or bishop a5. Well, yeah, that's a pretty powerful move, because you have nowhere to put the knight. You can't go rook a7 because of knight taking on c8. He's going to have to go bishop c8 probably. Oh yeah, you could go knight e8.
I'm just shooting a quick email to the parents to make sure that the kids are online well in time and not just the last minute, so that they won't lose out on the first round. The kids will play a gaming 10 plus 2 today. I've been alternating between gaming 5, gaming 10, gaming 15 for the kids. Always 6 rounds, because they seem to have the stamina for 6 rounds. So very good.
Here we are with Michael Walder putting the squeeze on Joe Anthony here.
Nice.
I don't think this game will last much longer here. Let's see. Josiah is getting it done here, clearly with those 2 passed pawns and the rooks. Wow, look at that. This is game right here. If he takes the pawn, the rook's hanging on g8. Yep. This will be a nice win for Stearman. And Stearman's got, he has not gone under 14 minutes in his game, so he knew what he was doing all the way, and he gets the win. Let's go back to this game, because I thought this game would be the most interesting of the round. Felix German and Eric Hahn.
I'm going to make a quick phone call to make sure that one of the parents joins our club so that the kids are able to see the tournament.
Yeah.
I still don't see them, and I don't want them to miss out just because they are not aware of what needs to be done prior to the tournament if they play it first time. So I'll mute myself and then I'll unmute when I'm finished, okay?
Do that. So while she's handling that, we'll keep eyes on this game. Yeah, the Benko Gambit is pretty interesting. It's, you either love it because, you're giving away the pawns to get all this space, or you hate it because you're giving away a whole bunch of pawns. But, when you know what you're doing, this is what it can lead to, because it looks like he's gotten the material back. It looks like, potentially gain another pawn. The only thing is that if they trade rooks, takes the pawn, then take, rook a7, and then that could be trouble. So it's calculating all that, I'm sure. Look at this blistering attack by Michael Walder on Joe Anthony here. I remember character John Anthony from a movie that I really liked, Two for the Money, where Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino, and Matthew McConaughey's he knows how to pick which football team is going to win, and so Al Pacino recruits him to work at his company, giving consulting for people looking to beat the sports book. Oh, let's take a look at Winslow. Yeah, these are, and this is the thing. It's pretty instructive about chess, just the value of having pieces that have movement. Right, and because if you look at the bishop on c3, look how much scope it has. Like, it has like all that long diagonal. The white squared bishop, is putting a whole lot of pressure now. It's got like a lot of space to move. And if you look at black's pieces, the king's not castled. The knight's on e8. The bishop is sitting on d7, completely blockaded by the e6 and c6 pawn. And this is bad. So, just like in chess, it's possible to win material. It's also possible to win space. And this is an example, a territory. And this is an example where white is... He's not ahead material, but he's way ahead in space. And when you have space, it leads to good things. Let's take a look at this game here. Let me switch the orientation. Mangonel is Kalen Melville against Anshul Kohli, who is white. And it looks like Kalen is up a piece at least, so he looks like he's all right. Let's go back to this game, Felix German and Eric Hahn. And material looks even. And it looks like the Benko Gambit appears to have paid off, because even though he gave up that pawn He's gotten the material back, but Black definitely has the space. I see Stearman did get that win against Vedant, so Stearman 2-0 in this tournament. Let me take a look here. And it appears that we have 6 games left.
And I'm back.
We're back. She is servicing the kids tournament that
Yes.
is starting.
So one kid is solved, the other one will be hopefully solved soon. So we'll see.
Busy weekend of chess for the adults and the kids. And it's not usually where we have both events on the same day. And I don't know that we've streamed an event that we've had the kids simultaneously with the regular. Oh, this is interesting. White now has their queen trapped in the corner. I'm noticing.
Okay.
This is interesting because White's queen is at H8, and literally a knight and pawn alone, and the king obviously are trapping the queen in the corner. So this is going to be a challenge. White's going to have to find some way to release that queen in some way, but it's going to cost some moves to do it. So. And when White's trying to do it just by pushing that pawn, but this is going to be a challenge because the time it's going to take White to try to free that queen up, Black's going to have plans of their own. So let's see how that develops. But look at that! Isn't that interesting? The queen is completely stuck.
Yeah, I know.
Trapped by a knight and a pawn, and obviously the king. So watch out for your pieces. Let's take a look at Andrew Ballantyne here and Kevin Sun. Kevin looks like he's up some material. He's up a couple of pawns. We'll keep an eye on that game.
That's a very interesting position, actually.
Yeah, this one right here. I'm going back to it. Right. Yeah. It looked like White was trying to get like some attack going, but Black's pretty well defended, actually.
And there's nothing really how you can, but actually Black doesn't have a good strategy how to take that White queen, right?
Yeah, and right now, Black's probably content just keeping up with their development. Yeah, just because they're up material, so they can sort of wait on it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take a look at Michael Walder here as White. He's up a lot of pawns is what he's up, and he's now he's trading queens. So he's got the 2 pieces for the rook, but he's also up 3 pawns. So.
And Abel, I sent you the link to the kids tournament if you want to peek in whenever. We still have 4 minutes to start, but
yeah, we could do that. We could do a check-in on check-in on Chess Kid. Yeah, we'll wait for the tournament to develop a little bit.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a good 22 players, so it's interesting. It's very exciting to see. We got some new players who are playing with us for the first time. Always a couple of 3-4 new players. And that's also very exciting. And this weekend, we have a few joining us from North Carolina. So it just shows that currently anyone can join and from any state, basically, as long as they have USCF IDs.
That's all that matters.
It matters. And the same with this, the regular tournament. I mean, that player who joined last minute, JJ7X, he's joining us from Colorado. So very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And so hopefully he'll get
I mean, I was mentioning because one of the awards that we give out are medals in our Scholastic. I was mailing medals to Kansas, to Minnesota, people that are just hearing about our events, and they're asking, do you have to be a resident to play? And you don't. You just have to have USCF valid.
Yep, that's correct.
So here's the thing, like Felix tried to free up the queen, but the reality is that it's not, and it's still stuck in there. So
Oh no.
Black is literally playing with like an extra queen, it feels like, because I can't do anything. He's just like picking off material.
Yep.
What I can't say that I've ever seen this where the knight and a pawn and a king are just like completely trapping the queen. Like you can't even do anything.
This will be one for the newsletter.
Yeah, I mean, and Black's just gonna just push that c pawn all the way down, and you can't really do much. I mean, you could play queen f3 now, and then he's threatening, f2. But I mean, you can't do anything. Now, what he does have to watch out is he had to go there to defend h5, because if the knight captures h5, then he'd be threatening, to go to queen g7. But like from there, it just seems like he can just keep pushing the c pawn. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. He can't stop that pawn from queening. That's why he took that knight. Yeah. What a move.
Wow.
Because it cannot be stopped and the queen's trapped.
He's been playing. He actually joined on Friday too when I had the impromptu. Wow, and he had resigned.
Yeah, what a move, right? Yes, because the knight had the ability to be annoying, just took it off because the queen is completely trapped, can't get out, and you cannot stop that c pawn.
Wow.
Very nice.
That was an amazing game.
A thing of beauty. All right, let's take a look at Elliot Winslow. This is definitely a win for Elliot, so congratulations to him. Moving on.
All our 22 players joined in our kids tournament. That always happiness for the organizers, seeing that everyone is online, everyone joined.
Ready, yeah. Nobody's missing.
Yep. So especially with the fact that it starts a minute early than usual. So okay, it started 11 games going. That's I'm very happy. So.
And Elliot won his game, so that game is in the books. Yeah. This game should end. Let's what is this? Yeah, okay, like all the games are in hand. But let's take a look at Andrew Ballantyne. Now, the thing about Kevin is up material, but he is starting to run low on time. So this is an opportunity for Andrew Ballantyne to, if he can create some chaos here for Kevin that he's got to think about, time can be a factor, although he just is able to trade the bishop now.
And I think this Restelli piano,
yeah,
who's in our chat, he's also the father I was just on the phone with, helping his kids to join our club so they can join the tournament.
Oh, very cool.
I know, so it's a whole family affair, or maybe it's the son. I don't know. Actually have.
But he's playing the kids event, right?
Well, two of them play the kids event, and then the third one is playing the regular event.
Oh wow, very nice.
Two of them. I have to take a look at their birth date, whether it's a father and two kids or three kids. So let me actually double check, because if they filled it out, I should be able to check that. Actually, no. So I won't be able to tell. So it's maybe the father, maybe the three kids, but based on their rating, the 1500 joined the regular tournament, and the two kids they joined the kids event. So that's fun. Three players from the same family.
I'm pretty sure Kevin will get this done, because even though he's got 34 seconds, this is a pretty elementary win. And Kalen Melville, in the only other game going on, is he's going to win that one pretty soon. So pretty soon we should be heading to round 3, and the round 3 matchups will start getting intense, because we have Stearman, Winslow, and Eric Hahn is undefeated at least. If I'm looking at the standings here, Michael Walder also, and then Nick Allison. So,
yep, and the KISS tournament just started. We have 11 games going on. A few regulars and a few new players, so I'm very happy about that. And,
always nice to see new players.
yeah, Kalen has made it too, so hopefully he finishes. There you go. Okay. And Andrew and Kevin, that's interesting. Yeah, he won't be able to stop them, right?
And Kevin's actually been building time with the increment, so.
Yes. I mean, okay, Andrew should just resign because, right?
Well, he should, but.
Yeah, but this is the thing is that Kevin made 2 queens. Oh my God. Okay.
There it is right there. All right.
Okay, sounds
Round
good.
round 2 in the books. We're headed for round 3 now. And intriguing matchups coming.
Yes, and
yeah.
all 22 players are playing right now, so we should have 11 games going on.
And we got Elliot Winslow as white against Uzziah Stearman. Eric Hahn as white against Michael Walder. So big matchups. And let me just pull a bunch of games up. And yeah, very, very exciting round.
And we have 11 games, so that's good. This is what organizers check, right? Is the pairing went okay? Everything seems good. Were any players who are not active and maybe missed a round, maybe help them, guide them for next round to not make the same mistake? You can't really do anything. It's not like you can pair them up for an extra game, or you can adjust their buys or something like that. Nothing really you can do. Just basic customer service. So it's not really a TD function. It's more like an organizer function. That if you want to provide a good time for your players, just make sure that you you do that.
So I guess this is a Sicilian Sveshnikov. We'll see. Everyone's in book to this point. Going to board 2, Eric Hahn is white against Michael Walder. Really intriguing matchups here in the 3rd round. So it's a lot of fun. It's nice that we have a strong group at the top fighting it out. And Nick Allison. And I think Nick is also, he's also 2 out of 2 here. So we have 5 players with 2 out of 2. Stearman Winslow, Eric Hahn, Michael Walder, and Nick Allison here, who is playing Vedant Talwalkar. So, Nick Allison's not a player that plays a lot of our events. So it's nice to see him.
Yeah, well, he's joining us from Illinois. So
Illinois. Okay.
He's a strong 1800 player, but he's
He's played other events with
he
us.
does play a few other events. We're very happy to have players all over the United States joining us.
It would be nice if players that play our events here online eventually come down and hang out where we're at right now inside the Mechanics Institute.
Yeah.
Because it is definitely something to see. We should do something like a virtual tour of the chess club one day, where we just stick a GoPro camera on our heads and just walk around. And is that something that can be done? And we just zoom it.
With everyone zooms in or what?
Well, like, so we broadcast it right on Twitch, and then put like a GoPro camera, and then just walk around the chess club, and then people will see that, and we can give a virtual tour of the chess room.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I think isn't Taryn does virtual tours?
Yeah, so Taryn Edwards, who's one of the librarians here, she heads the strategic partnerships. She does a virtual tour. I haven't seen it though, so I don't know how she does it.
And that's bad. We should.
Yeah,
probably,
we should. We should actually take the tour ourselves, probably.
Yeah, because we can't really advocate for it. So.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna have to sign up for that pretty soon.
Make sure you sign us up for the next.
She's gonna tell us you need to sign yourselves up.
Mistake of ours. So.
Yeah, it's no bueno, but we should do that soon. And plug in the rest of the Institute. So the Mechanics Institute is not just a chess club. It's a beautiful membership library and cultural arts center, and we have a lot of other events. So go to the Mechanics Institute, milibrary.org, and we're doing a lot of virtual events, not just in chess, but we're also doing author events and speaker series. We're even doing Cinema Lit online. And if you're a member of the Institute, you can check out books online. We have ebooks and what have you. So milibrary.org, check it out, because we do a lot, and we do a lot of cool stuff. So, all right, moving on. Let's check Elliot Winslow and Stearman, and a lot of chess has been played here.
Wow. So they got paired up in the third round. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, then third round out of 6. Yeah. It's going to be like a bloodbath for round 3, 4, and 5, and then 6.
This is round 3 and already.
Right.
Yeah.
By round 6, it's going to be like The Walking Dead. Just, whoever's alive is just walking around aimlessly. I wonder if that show's still on. I actually watched like all the seasons except like the last 1 or 2. So I have to get back on that one.
So Elliot is an international master, and Josiah is he an international master?
E-Day Master.
E-Day Master. I think he's short 1 norm.
Oh, does he have 2 already?
I think he has 2 already, but I'm not 100% sure. But he's pretty strong. So this should be a last round matchup, actually. Right? So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this has been a Tuesday night marathon last round, yeah.
When we were back.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
All right, let's check board 2, because Eric Hahn and Michael Walder. National Master Michael Walder.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, long day for us. We've been here since the morning giving away trophies. Earned trophies, giving away earned trophies.
Yeah, and I think I have one more coming today. And
Hour or so. Let's check on Nick Allison, who's turned out to be sort of the dark horse here. He is white against Vedant Talwalkar. And that game is still developing. Let me see what other... see if we have a game that's got some craziness. Look at this game here. Matt and Matt 20. I feel like I know.
he was he missed the first round, so I think he's 1 out of 2 because he missed the first round. So he should be a stronger player. His is Pudor.
Oh, that's it sounded familiar.
Over the board, he's around 1,800 player.
Right.
The regular tournament player.
He's a student of
Yes.
Paul Whitehead and Nick DeFermian in our classes.
To the Endgame Lab that Paul had on or has on Mondays, and then he is a frequent student of Nick's class, which we had on Thursday. We are going to move it up to 5 to 6:30.
Nick's class, right?
Nick's gonna do a really cool thing about a series of lectures about his Olympic Games, right?
Right. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so anyone who is interested, sign up for his class. It starts September
3rd.
Maybe?
3rd,
Yeah. And he designed a 4-week session about his Olympic Games, and it will be a combination of just remembering the event itself and telling stories, as well as going over his games and using those games as an educational tool for you to learn and enhance your chess.
So it's like part instruction, part documentary on, his life. Because he's going to be going over some of his favorite games from his own Olympiad games, playing for representing the United States. But he'll also talk about, the event and the people of the event and, the circumstances, with the countries and the participation and, just cool stories. It's literally like, gathering around the fire and just talking about, sharing stories from someone who was there and sharing stories you may not have heard somewhere else. So very cool. September 3rd, Judith put up the link there. And Paul Whitehead's also got a new class that will be starting September 3rd.
And he's going to cover the World Championship matches. And he designed a 10-week course that we're going to split into two 5 class courses. I copy-pasted the first part. That also starts on September 3rd. So it's going to be a back-to-back. Once next class ends, Paul starts. It's actually going to be in the same Zoom meeting. So people leave, people join, and then in the middle, in that last few minutes of Nick's class, first few minutes of Paul class, the two classes will join and hopefully can exchange some ideas and thoughts and maybe even join each other's classes. So if they want to check it out for just even one class, you can register for one class only. It's highly encouraged to register for the whole session. So you get a little bit of discount. It averages out to $25 for the 1.5 hour of class.
Yeah.
Register for all the session.
But anyone that's taken these classes know that if you have an 1.5 hour class with Paul, it's basically like 1:40 because he's always giving a little extra and showing some extra stuff. So you definitely
it's educational. It's entertaining.
You get a value. You get your value. Trust us.
You feel really good in the class, in the same class as all the others, and week after week come back and join each other in the same class. So
they're great groups. Great groups too that come together.
Yeah, and the recording too. So,
And that's the other thing, we record these, and when you sign up for the class, you do have access to the recordings of the classes, so, which is especially great for the Endgame Lab, which restarts next Monday, a whole new session of Endgame Lab, 31st, I believe it is, of
Yeah,
August.
so basically we're gonna have classes restarting on the week of 31st. On Monday is Paul's class on Endgame Lab. Wednesday is an ongoing class for club players just to get your game analyzed by Paul and have a community together to talk through your thought process and help you guide to the correct thinking or a little bit adjust your thinking. What I find is that whenever I listen to Paul's, how his mind works when he assesses situation, position, and what are the thought process that he has, whether moving one piece or the other, or strategies, what he has. It's very educational. So I highly encourage you to take that class because you can actually directly apply to your game style and your playing style. And then we are going to have 2 new classes on Thursday.
We're doing a lot.
Yeah, we are doing a lot.
Yeah.
And then we start the enrichment session season right after Labor Day. We are going to have a 2-week break right now. But after Labor Day, we are full throttle, starting the classes, starting the enrichment sessions, fall sessions, as well as we have classes offered by mechanics directly. Those are 10-week sessions, so from September, second week of September, all the way till mid-November. And also we are going to start a female class over the weekend, as well as a weekend club for the kids. So all these new classes that are rolling out as we speak, and hopefully just check out our website, chessclub.org, and you hopefully be able to find everything pretty easy.
Well said. Very well said.
Anyway, how many games do we have left?
I've still got quite a few games left. It looks like we got, we got a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, the kids tournament is progressing okay. We have 2 more games left from round 1. So it's interesting.
So going back to the top board here, here's Elliot Winslow and Josiah Stearman, and so this is like a top matchup that's happening here in round 3 of 6. So
if you're watching us, let us know where you're from. We would love to learn where you're joining us from, whether that's a Bay Area or Northern California or anywhere in the US. We would love to see where you're joining from. So just type in the chat and we would love to learn.
So Stearman just played Bishop takes Rook, and I think he may have
Mostly?
caught Elliot. No, I think he missed a tactic. So now he's in the think tank here.
Elliot?
Yeah. Well, he can take the bishop, but and Joe Anthony beat Felix.
I mean, he can take the bishop, but then the rook will take F.
Well, his queen's being attacked on F7, so he can take the bishop. Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting because there's a lot going on. And I'm sure there's stuff that I'm not seeing because the rook is being attacked also. But I wonder if he takes the bishop, if he can just play rook f4. And then if bishop takes queen, then just rook takes queen. And then if queen takes the rook, you wouldn't do that because then the queen could just take the rook back. So I think oh wow, he took there at d6.
Wow, and the valuation jumped. enormously.
Favor.
Something to -4. So,
Oh yeah, to black's advantage, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So that seems that wasn't the best move for white.
Yeah, I mean he's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the queen is under attack right now, but
And we have the last game in the kids tournament. One of the players have a little bit less than half minute. The other one has a minute and a half. So it's going to wrap up fairly quickly, I would say. But at the same time, both of them are, it's like almost material advantage. I mean, material, and both of them have a rook and a knight as
there's like a lot of craziness here. I mean, I'm even looking at can black play? Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that because the rook's on A2 over there. Yeah, this is where we need Paul Whitehead because there's
yeah, we miss Paul.
a lot of craziness, and I'm not using the analysis.
Good. I think it should be like a default when we don't have Paul.
Okay, we need help.
Analysis, because I mean,
What are we supposed to do, right? I mean,
what are we supposed to do? So just use the
computer. Yeah.
Use the computer, use the analysis mode, and just cover it.
But the thing is, it seems like he could just play Queen F6. Oh no, he can't because you could just take the rook.
So Queen F6 is a viable move per the engine. It's the second best move. Rook F6 is the first.
That's it.
But then obviously I shouldn't actually.
And that's right, because then you protect the rook, and then if bishop takes queen, rook takes queen.
Yes.
Right. And that's what was overlooked.
Yeah.
And it was played. Right.
So.
Interesting. Let's go to board. Eric Hahn beat Michael Walder, and that looked like he was in a really tough position. All the pieces were restricted. So Eric Hahn having another good tournament. Here's Nick Allison as white, and he looks like. So Vedant is up material right here, except.
Oh my God, there's a draw by repetition. Wow. So the last game in this round just ended.
The kids tournament?
The kids tournament,
yeah.
Yes. And that was actually, I don't know, we don't have the analysis mode in the kids tournament. So it's the second round started now, which is about roughly correct, like the game in 20 plus 2, it's 24 minutes. It's roughly good. So it's gonna be going on until like 6 p.m. the kids tournament. But obviously, I don't think we're gonna stay that long.
It looks like Nick Allison is looking for mate right here.
Which game are you on, Nick Allison? Okay.
And I think he will be achieving it. He's just calculating it out.
And server business is Vedant.
Tall Walker.
The South Bay.
Now Queen F7 and then Rook G1, and then that's it.
Yeah, it's made in one.
Rook G1 does it. Or you could do that.
Or you can do that, yes.
All right, wow, 3-0 for Nick. Joining Eric Hahn so far.
No, Nick is 2 out of 3.
Well, I think Nick's 3 out of 3 now after his win.
Really?
Yeah. Unless I'm wrong. Did Nick lose a game? I thought he was 2 out of 2 and he just won. Or did he win? Or did he just lose that game? Oh, he lost that game.
He was white.
He was the one that got mated. Yeah. Well, wow. It was Vedant that won.
Okay.
Yeah. So Eric Hahn's the only one so far. And then whatever happens in this crazy game.
Yeah, and where's server busy? I have to, 2 out of 3.
This game's got a lot of action here for a Sunday late afternoon.
Yeah, very interesting.
Look at some of these other games. Look at this game. This is Pudor against Kritin Gopalakrishnan. Look at this game. Look at white is just like throwing everything at black over there. All the pawns are coming after him.
Yeah, very nice.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. And so there's no stopping G7, right?
Well, the thing is G7.
It's
Yeah, no, I mean, that's...
right. And then king can only move to E7, right?
Yeah, E7.
And then I guess promotion, right? Takes. And then you have another promotion there, right there, right?
Then you got the queen, yeah. But, you know, his last move was E5. Oh, he had to play E5 to give the king space to move to E7.
Yes.
Right? Or else he's going to get mated. He's going to get mated with G7, right? So... So it looks at Pudor is calculating this out, making sure he has some content to give.
Exactly. G7, no other way. So that should be actually a smart move. Just for the players, smart moves are the ones that if there's only one possibility where in case of check, only one place where king can move, you can actually preset that in the settings. And in principle, in a USCF rules, you are allowed to use these pre-moves, but use it to your own what's that, liability, right?
So, wow, look at that, mate.
So use it to your own liability, because otherwise it can be sometimes dangerous. Sometimes maybe you don't get the best moves that you wanted to have. Smart moves are one. The other one is automatic promotion that I'm more talking about, because automatic promotion always uses queen. But if that queen promotion gets you a stalemate, that's obviously not what you want, right? So just be careful when you overview your settings, online settings, because it does count into the tournament. And while you can use these, just you have to use to your on your own risk, at your own risk.
Speaking of the online rules, we had a player ask a question, which is a good question that I think, you know, a lot of people are having to think about, because they might do it and they may not know whether this can or can't happen. Is they asked us whether, when they play an online rated tournament, if they could actually have a board and pieces to move it, because they see the position better, like in real life. Is that something that is possible under the newly established rules of online chess?
And the correct answer, it is not. So it's highly recommended that tournament directors don't allow that. Obviously, with any variations, tournament directors can post a variation that they may choose and allow this, but it's even in the TD tip that we don't recommend that because it's very, very hard to enforce the fair play rule.
Right.
The fair play rule says that you shouldn't get any outside help, and by moving, pre-moving on the board, on the physical board, you get visual help, and in principle, you should only move the board after you made a move online, but it's very hard to enforce
Wow,
that.
look at this. This is incredible, actually. Look at this. This is going to be a mate. And this is like a comeback.
Wow, nice. Good
King
for you,
H1, Rook H2. Unbelievable.
Andrew.
Yeah, that was a mess up right there. Good job from Andrew Ballantyne finding a way to get it done in a losing position. It's never over until it's over. All right, we're headed to round 4 now, and the top board is definitely going to be Eric Hahn and Josiah Stearman. So let me pull up the games. Board 2 is Elliot Winslow and Vedant Talwalkar, who had that upset of Nick Allison. Wow, we got Michael Walder and Kaylin Melville. That should be interesting.
We have a player who's noting that it's like multiple times where he plays, when he plays in our events.
Yep.
He's clearly winning and our players are offering him draw. So what can I do?
Oh, are you getting that message, or did you just
In the chat, in the tournament chat.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So not much I can do. And actually, he's actually playing in the against Nick Allison. Maybe he was. It was the round before. So let me see who he played against.
And you know,
can do.
well, we're wary of that. I mean, the players have the right to offer draw, but can they offer draw, every, on every move? And just like in live chess, it can be an annoyance. And, I know what I've done in tournaments when it's happened. I've actually, in the chat, went to the player that was clearly doing it, let's just say not in the interests of chess, right? I mean, it's not because the position was thought to be drawn. It was just because they're actually in a losing position. Where I gave a little warning that was, unsportsmanlike conduct, because the spirit was not that it was a legitimate draw offer. They just wanted to be annoying. And that's something that I actually find irritating, but
Well, we should tell Felix to do that.
well, was he the one offering?
I think so, because I played him last time.
Hey, we got a little raid.
Oh, nice. Who's rating? Who's rating us?
Binuman 55. Which thank you, Binuman 55.
Please follow us, and then our viewers, you can follow Binuman 55. So.
All right, so this is the board 1 here. Stearman and Eric Hahn. This should be a good game.
Yeah, if you're joining us, this is a casual. Go on, because I can't.
And
anyway, the casual weekend broadcast of our online events. We have 2 events going on. One Scholastic on ChessKit and one regular event on chess.com. we are following the chess.com games. This is round, I think, 4 out of 6. We have 22 players, casual players, but it is awarding probably around $300. So it's a decent amount of money for a quick tournament. We have International Master Elliot Winslow participating. We have FIDE Master Josiah Sturman, Josie Wales, and we have National
The Outlaw. Sorry. There's a movie, The Outlaw, Josie Wales.
Yeah, I know. And we have Mike Walter, National Master Mike Walter, also participating, among a few other strong club players, and a few players outside of the state, Illinois and North Carolina. So we are very happy that they joined. So thank you for joining us. Make sure that you are following mechanics, and then ask any questions you want to ask in the chat, and we'll try to answer.
Did you get that text I sent you?
No.
And we're taking a look at, let me switch the board orientation. Elliot Winslow, who's black here, against Vedant Talwalkar, who is white. Interesting little position here. Let's take a look here. Wow, this game is like developed pretty quickly. We have E-Piano in Crit Aura. And black's king's on F8, so he cannot castle. He's gonna have to like look out for the dangers. Let's go back to board 1.
Should be fine.
Yep, okay. And for anyone watching that wasn't watching earlier, remember next weekend is a big chess event at Mechanics. We will have Mechanics Institute Summer Chess Fest 2020. We will have a 2-day event with the time control being a long time control.
Yeah, long time control, and it's a 2-day event with manual pairing. So you are able to request hotline buys, and if your opponent doesn't show up, I will find you an extra rated game. So rated extra game. So please register as soon as possible so that we can get the registrations started to process. And hopefully we're going to have an interesting weekend. So
yeah, we do have one GM committed to play. The time control is going to be game in 60 plus 5, 3 rounds each day. So 3 rounds on Saturday, 3 rounds on Sunday, manually paired according to USCF over the board rating. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then on the evening on Saturday, we have a 9-round G3 plus 2 Summer Blitz Championship. And then on Sunday night, when the event's all over, we have a Fisher Random tournament. The winners of all of those sections, the 3 sections in the main event, the winner of the summer, the winner of the Fisher Random, gets a super cool cup. Not the Fisher Random. You get a trophy for the Fisher Random. That's right. Thank you. You get a trophy for the Fisher Random, but a cup.
I ordered the cups for the Blitz and for the main event, not the Fisher Random. So
not the Fisher, yeah. And actually, that was even at my suggestion. Do the trophy. See, I forget my own suggestions already. So, but whoa. That was a nice little move by Stearman there. And yeah, so a lot of chess. It'll be a fun weekend pre-Labor Day. So if you're interested in that, we've put the link up on there. You'll be hearing a lot of it, I'm sure, from us leading up to the event. So it'll be an exciting weekend. Spend it with us at the Mechanics Institute. The place to play. And we're broadcasting actually today live from inside the Mechanics Institute. I'm in the chess room area. Jude's in the office doing our socially distant broadcasting.
Yep. And I have my mask here that I'm wearing when I'm not alone.
We're also giving out trophies to winners of our Scholastic events on.
More parent coming.
There you go. Well, we're doing curbside trophy pickup.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool because the kids are able to get their trophies finally, and they're able to see where the Mechanics Institute is.
Yeah, although they can't come in, so.
Yeah, they can't come in, so they see it from the outside, but now they know how to get here when they can see
They
it.
can get their trophies, and I know that helps a lot of kids stay motivated and everything. So, and the parents too, they appreciate the effort, I think, and we certainly appreciate their efforts so that they come here and pick it up. We don't have to ship it because shipping would really be we would have to raise the registration fee if we have to cover shipping fee, but it's good. And those few of those who are joining us from Kansas and other states, we are trying to find a solution how to do that. So
Stearman threatening rook takes e6 here, where if pawn takes, knight takes, forking the king and the queen. So I'm sure Eric sees that, so he's trying to figure out what to do about it. Let's go to Elliot's game. Yeah. Let's go to Elliot Winslow. Let me change the board orientation there. And Winslow's black. It appears that he is up a pawn already here.
it does appear, but he's down a little bit down on time. And let's see.
See what happens.
It sure does happen.
This is a good game here. Let me switch the board orientation, but we have Michael Walder against Kalen Melville. I'm sure they've faced off many times in the marathon, the Tuesday night marathon. Speaking of which, this Tuesday is the final 2 rounds of the Tuesday night marathon. So if you're not part of the marathon, tune in on our channel, 6:30 p.m. 2 games, the final 2 rounds of the marathon. Kyron Griffith, FIDE Master, is the sole leader with 5.5 out of 6. Let's see if he can finish it off.
Probably gonna take a week break and then restart the online TNM on September 7th.
Yeah.
We haven't decided whether we're gonna do a 3 or 4 Tuesday one, so a 6 or 8 round. I think an alternation between 6 and 8. Once we do 6, once we do 8 is a good way. But I actually do want to hear opinions from our players too. So
get some feedback.
Let's hope that we can get some feedback from our players. But Tuesday Night Marathon is a long tradition that Mechanics Institute Chess Club has. I think it was started back in the 90s by John Donaldson, former chess room director.
The Tuesday Night Marathon?
Yes.
The 1970s.
Sorry about that. Yeah, 70s.
Ray Conway.
Newsletter is the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a fascinating event because Tuesday night supposed to be a weekday night, right? People shouldn't be out that late, and we regularly had 120 players showing up at 6:30 in the club. That whole room that Abel is sitting there was full. We had an overflow room that also was close to full, and we had 50, 55, 60 boards playing a long time control game, which was gaming 2 hours with a 5-second delay. And so we started at 6:30 and we were here till 10:30, 11 p.m. So every Tuesday night, it's a really really cool tradition that mechanics had, and in June, end of June, when we figured out that probably we're not going to be able to come back for a few more months, we started this online TNM. We started with a 6-round, 3 Tuesdays, and this month we do an 8th round, 4 Tuesday version. It is manually paired, so that means we pair on Swisssys in our computer. We post the pairings, and I manually start the pairings on chess.com with a match command. I need everyone to be online or ready to go on chess.com/live. But other than that, you don't have to do anything else. And you can request half-point buys. I can put you in later in the tournament with half-point buys. So there's a lot of flexibility when you do a tournament like this. But there's not a tournament ID that you can look up and
Yeah, that's like the only drawback. The only drawback.
But we have a website. We actually post the games after each round, so it's you can get the games. Okay, I yapped too much.
No, did you get the text? I need one more check on something, and then so actually this looks pretty tough here for Kaylin, because I don't know how you save that knight there. So looking pretty grim. Let's check on Top Game, Stearman and Eric Hone. So this is interesting. I mean, I'm noticing Stearman's rook on h3. It's looking pretty cramped, but the question is, does Eric have the firepower to trap it? Stearman with a lot of time left on his clock here. Let's go over to this game here. Let me change the orientation again. This is Vedant and Elliott. Looks like he's up pawn, comfortably up a pawn. This is round 4 of 6. Round 4 of 6, USCF rated online rapid at the Mechanics Institute online. Although the broadcasters are here at the Mechanics Institute, the players are playing online in our club. Is there validity for that, Judith?
Definitely last year.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me see if I can make a quick call.
Yes. That would be good. Thank you very much. Let's switch to, whoa. Yeah, and Michael Walder got it done. That was a tough pin there. So let's go to this game. We haven't looked at this one yet. This is, I believe it's Arjun Sankar. Knight can jump against Pudor Ramaswamy. Just remember, Judith, if you do that call, you'll have to mute, which you did. Great. Let's go to the top board here. And this is tough because it looks like the I mean, from this A player's look, I mean, those the knights of White's knights are they're looking pretty strong. This will be interesting. This is a good fourth round matchup here. Let's see what's going on with this game here. Looks like Nick Allison has it well in hand. Yep, and he has won that game. Let's go back to board one because he is starting to press now. Plays f4. And, obviously, he's trying to break through there. And it's almost like because Stearman will have faced Eric Hahn and Elliot Winslow, there's an element where it looks like Eric Hahn is like the last line of defense, and same for Eric Hahn, although he hasn't faced Elliot yet in this tournament. So it's looking like, it's looking like the battle will be between those three players, and who will come out on top. But I'm liking White's position here. And I'll just mention, as tournament directors, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that gets done even in these events. There's four more games left in this round. And we are handling a tournament director issue as we speak. Let's do a quick So Stearman takes that knight right there.
It'll be all fine.
All good?
Yeah, all good.
Good. Good. So Stearman has just sacrificed. Well, he didn't sacrifice the exchange because he had this fork. So nice little move by Stearman, because this sort of liquidates the position, but in a way where he sort of has a more favorable endgame, as Paul would say. So let's see how this plays out. And Stearman has a lot more time. So looking over at Elliot's game here, let me change this.
And the kids, meanwhile, I'm peeking into the kids tournament. They are in round 3 out of 6, so it's progressing nicely, and we have 6 more games in from round 3, so should be all fine.
Yeah, we haven't done a broadcast yet of the weekend kids event. We've done it of the San Francisco Scholastic, obviously, when we've had like team matches, but we haven't done the weekend.
Do you want to tune in to that, or maybe next round?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm fascinated about the regular tournament.
Well, just I don't know if our viewers are looking.
Show them what it looks like and what the platform, and showcase a few names and everything. So I think it's cool, right? Yeah. So okay, but okay. Wow, Josiah resigned. Oh my God. Okay.
In there, here, let's go back there. Something had to have happened, because it looked like he did this fork here, going back. I'll wait till it catches up on the Twitch. It looked like he was all good here, but what happened? So, queen b7 takes the rook, plays that little move there. Look at that. Because the queen on b7 is threatening g7, g2 mate. If the queen gets out of the way. So I missed that shot. So I had to take it. And just everything fell apart there. That was the move right here. Plays here because if the queen gets out of the way because it's being attacked, queen is threatening g2 mate, queen g2 mate. So you gotta give it. Wow, what a shot! What a shot by Eric Hahn. Nice. Very, very nice move by Eric Hahn. That should be in a tactic book somewhere. So here it looks like server busy is ready to. It's got 3 pieces against rook, knight, and this looks like chaos going on here. So we'll see how this develops. There's two games left. The other one being this one. It's funny, like this one looks like it's still in the opening phase, even though we're down to a few minutes. So let's stick to this game because this is a little more dramatic.
Yeah, and how many moves? 25, right? Or so? Oh.
The other game, yeah.
Yeah.
So Elliot's trying to work out of a little bit of a jam here.
Yeah, and it actually, yeah, I mean, it's not yet decided, right? It's
Nope.
It's actually plus 1.5 or so. So it's not.
Well, it's
bad.
not. Yeah. We don't.
And,
We don't have to give the analysis. Like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, and
Let's go over to Knight Can Jump and Pudor. I think this is Arjun Sankar and Pudor Ramaswamy, who is black. Let's go to this here. Oh, interesting.
so Elliot is black, right? Sending over.
Oh, let me switch the orientation. I hate when it does that. There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we have 2 more games going on, and we also have 3 more games going on from the kids round 3. So should be fine.
So I guess the question is who's going to stop Eric Hahn now? I think.
Or,
Yep, got a trophy. And from what it looks like, I think it's going to be Michael Walder is going to end up being the last line of defense to see if they could stop Eric Hahn, who's used a nice little tactic to beat Josiah Stearman in this game, in this round. Nice, nifty little move. And we're looking here to see if Elliot can work it out here. Although one thing I've noticed about Elliott's game is that he's really good in time pressure, actually. And what I'm suspecting might happen is his opponent. Let me change the board orientation. His opponent's going to be down to a minute and change, as is Elliott, but the pressure is really going to get felt by Vedant, I think, who is white. And Elliott's going to feel comfortable playing in that pressure. So it'll be interesting because I think that will tell the tale for the rest of this game, is whether Vedant's going to be able to navigate the subtleties of the position, given that he doesn't have a lot of time to think it through. Where Elliott might be a little bit more comfortable under that time pressure, that same pressure, just because he has more experience, and he's a stronger player overall. So curious how this will play out, because even though they each have a minute, to Elliott it's going to feel like he's got 2 or 3 minutes, and Vedant's going to feel like he's got 15 seconds. So let's see if you work it through. I mean, this is kind of an element of growth as a player, is to be able to be comfortable playing quick moves against a strong player. There's almost an element of excitement here. See how it'll play out. Like, what would happen if you delivered a check here, take the bishop, and then play rook b8? Like, is that something? Because it seems like you're going to be able to get that d4 pawn, or do that. Simple as that. So he got a pawn back, and this is what I mean, where so now Elliott has sort of simplified a little bit, but the pressure now is all on Vedant, because he's going to have to play some moves quickly, but it's going to feel difficult to do it. Obviously can't take that pawn for the check. He's actually got a mate threat coming. Vedant with less than 8 seconds left here. And Elliott playing experienced chess here, not rushing moves. Oh, look at that. Picked off another pawn. And this is the final game, so it's just going to be a lot tougher. and Vidant offered a draw. There's no way he's going to take it. Whoa. Uh-oh. This is a wild final round here, or final game of the round. Oh. Oh, wow. Why not? Rook G1. That should just about do it. That is the experience of Elliot Winslow right there, just winning out, the strength and experience. Nice one for Elliot. He worked himself out of a jam for sure and got that win. So congratulations. And Elliot Winslow is taking on Eric Hahn on board 1. And let me pull up the games. Nick Allison against Stearman. Pudor against Michael Walder. So interesting stuff in this round. This is round 5 of 6. 5 of 6. And let's go to board 1. Get the board orientation. Eric Hahn, who is 4 out of 4, is taking on Elliot Winslow, who worked himself out of a jam to get that win in the previous round. So let's hope. Yeah. Eric Hahn is on fire. And he looked like he was in trouble, actually, in his game against Stearman, and then found a nice little move that kind of delivered it. So congratulations to him. So here we are, round 5 of 6. G15 plus 2 is the time control. And let me see if any games have already gone off the rail now. No. Going to what is now the board 2, Nick Allison and Hosea Stearman, all still in the opening phase. And if you haven't already checked it out and you're watching, check out the newsletter that came out yesterday. We did our tournament roundup on the Blitz Tournament of the Americas, which was an incredible event. We have the TNM roundup in that newsletter, and we have a Tournament Director's Corner with Judith Starry, which was really cool. She was actually featured in the TD show with US Chess, and we have the link to that up there. And I also did an article on Chess Girls DC with Robin Ramson, which very cool work they're doing over there. We work with Robin on the clubs committee. So you want to check out the newsletter, all that stuff, the TD show with Judith Starry. I got the link in. Oh, no, I put the Chess Festival link. I wanted to put the newsletter link, so let me do that. So here we go. There we go. You want to check out the newsletter, check it out right there. Subscribe to it. It comes out usually Saturday mornings. A lot of cool stuff. And if anyone's out there, you're listening, and you want to write an article that you want published in the newsletter, send it to us. We'll take a look at it. Obviously, make it relevant to the community. Nothing offensive. But if you got something to say and you think it'd be interesting to our readers, definitely send it to us, because we support and encourage the community contributing. Why are you laughing at me, Judith?
Oh, I'm not laughing. I'm cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly over here. It's not like San Jose. San Jose was like 90 degrees like the last few days, but it's definitely a lot cooler here in San Francisco. So, trophy pickup. They were happy? Happy kids?
Yeah, they were happy. I just had to wait a few more minutes outside, and I didn't take my sweater, so. It is chilly. It's San Francisco chilly.
It's not like Central Valley where I'm living. It's like 100 degrees and everything. Well, not right now because of the smoke, but yeah. So anyone who's joining us from anywhere else than Northern California, probably you heard.
Oh, that's right.
Fires here are quite extensive. It's, I think, the second largest fire complex. It was started because of the lightning storms and lightnings we had early this week, and it grew out to be quite a big fire. We have several big fires up in the Napa Valley, as well as east from San Jose in that complex. So, and also north from, actually west from Sacramento around Bakerville. I know a lot of evacuees. So yeah, just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, and hopefully all this will calm down and we're back to normal eventually.
Yeah, it's crazy the way the air quality's been. You literally ashes and smoke in the air, just like walking around.
Yeah, and I mean, today actually I was looking forward to come in because the air quality is much better here.
In San Francisco, yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm happy to be here. So yeah, how are we doing?
Yeah, we're round 5. Eric Hahn is on a tear, and it looks like Elliot Winslow might be the last line of defense against Eric Hahn winning the tournament, which is not a bad thing because we like Eric. I think he's originally from Utah, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's playing fantastic chess. But if he's able to get a win against Elliot, like, I don't know that there's another player that's going to be capable to slow him down or stop him. But
he already played Josiah, right?
Right, yeah, and got that win. Unless he's played Michael Walder, Walder's probably the only one.
Well, and then we have Pudor, and then we have Nick Allison, but yeah, probably Mike Walder. Yeah, it's interesting. And then over at the kids tournament, we are in round number 4 out of 6. We have 7 games going on.
That time control is G10, right?
And yes.
Yeah, G10 plus 2.
So we should be finishing up around the same time.
Yeah. And the kids, of course, they're learners.
Regular players.
They play a little faster.
Yeah. And so we have 1 perfect score, 3 out of 3, and still playing, and then a bunch of 2.5 out of 3s and things like that. So.
In this tournament, we have Micro Bear, Eric Hahn, 4 out of 4. And then we have a lot of players with 3 out of 4. That is Josiah Stearman, Elliot Winslow, Pudor, Nick Allison, and Michael Walder, all with 3 out of 4 in this tournament. So,
yeah.
Let's. I'm looking at this position. It looks like at the moment, Elliot looks to be up a pawn, but. It's temporary though, because that pawn on F5 is gonna go down. And Eric Hahn's been playing, online chess. He's played some of our tournaments. He actually did play live at Mechanics about a year ago. And I actually got to play him here, actually. But he seems like he has everything together to make a push towards Master 2200. So it's good that he's getting his reps in our online community, and when over the board play comes, I think seems like he's got the strength to make a run at 2200, get that NM title.
Yeah, but we need over the board to come up.
we definitely need over the board for that to happen. Which to everyone watching, we don't even know when that'll be, even for the Institute, because although we're here now, the Institute is not open. Although we just started doing curbside for the library, but that's a far cry different from over the board play possibility. So.
And the library has been doing curbside pickup book service. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, and that's different because with curbside book service, you can deliver all that non-contact, right? But obviously for
we actually advocated for curbside trophy delivery, right? Because we are sort of doing a non-contact.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not people, playing with the same pieces and stuff like that.
So trophy pickup is a little bit different than actual playing.
Josiah Stearman made quick work of Nick Allison, so
yeah, I see that.
Got that win, so he'll be able to actually take a little bit of a break before the start of the final round.
Yeah.
Go get his bowl of cereal or whatever guilty pleasure. And let's check on Michael Walder's game. Looks like he's got it in hand here against Pudor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Michael Walder wins, I think he will play the winner of this game between Eric Hahn and Elliot Winslow. Mm-hmm. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let me switch the orientation. Let me see if there's other. What is this game? So here's this game between Kaylin Melville and Joe Anthony. What am I even looking at? This looks like. There's a queen on H1 for black, and then there's a knight on H8 for white. So. Very interesting, the fireworks that had to have happened in this game.
And I'm helping with a parent. Appears to be having a little bit of bug with chess kit software.
Yep.
I'm trying to see what happened in that.
And we are managing two events simultaneously. So we also have a rated kids event going on Chess Kids. So Judith's managing that. Mm-hmm. And we're bringing you coverage of this. We usually don't broadcast the regular rated weekend, but we said, why not? Because we're at Mechanics. So thought it would be cool to just broadcast from here since we're here. Kind of glad we're doing it. And behind me, because I'm inside the chess room, so I don't know, I'm having to look to see what people say. So I don't know if people can see the pieces in the chess room. I'm lifting the computer, but I'm also watching so by me doing this, if you haven't seen inside the chess room of the Mechanics Institute, you're seeing it now. Kind of doing a virtual like GoPro camera. So this is what the chess room inside the Mechanics Institute looks like. So you're getting a sort of virtual tour as we do it. So we have about 40 wood tables inside the chess room. And these tables are all over 100 years old. The Mechanics Institute has been since 1854. Jose Raul Capablanca played inside this chess room. We have a lot of history here, and we're proud of it. So it's kind of exciting for us always to be able to get into the building and get into the chess room. And we know a lot of the players are wanting the same thing too. We hope to be able to do that really soon. Michael Walder has won his game, so he is 4 out of 5 also, as is Josiah Stearman, who beat Nick Allison. Here in this game, this will be an interesting end game. This is Rook and Knight versus Rook and Bishop. Elliot's got a lot more time. Yeah, so looks clean. The chess room is clean. One of the little nuances that I'm actually proud of, so like when we were open, every time I would come into the chess room in the morning, and Jude's laughing because she knows this is true, so I'm going to take great pride in it.
I wasn't laughing about that. It looks clean. It is clean.
Oh, it is clean, very clean. And we take good care of the chess room. We make sure all the pieces are set up perfectly before we go, make sure all the pieces are on the same, all the colors are on the same side. We like it to look presentable at all times, even if we know nobody's going to be in here. So even when no one's looking, the chess room will always be clean, ready to play, ready to go. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at some of these games here. What we got going in this game? This is Evolve Player 55 and E-Piano. So that game's still looking at this wild game between Kalen Melville and Joe Anthony. I'm sort of curious how this game came about. So let me take a look. This is just like crazy. So Kalen Melville is white, Joe Anthony black. That happened. Queen there, forking the rook and the knight. Wow, he goes there. Takes the rook. Delivers that check. Wow, he goes there. Oh, because of King F1 takes the piece, but goes there. Yeah, I don't understand. This is where we're at right here. What a game. Very interesting. Let's go to the top board. We're having fun following that madness. So this is going to be a complex ending. I wish Paul was here. To kind of break this down, because I think he would enjoy a position like this for his endgame lab.
Okay, I watched okay, so this boy got paired, so it's good. It's a hard thing for kids when they seem for no reason they don't get paired, and it's very tough to explain to them that unfortunately there's nothing we can do, as well as it's really hard to actually tell what happened and why they didn't get paired.
Right. And the hard part too is that they're learning the whole process. I mean, they're learning what the rules of tournaments on top of being sort of newer players to chess and even online chess.
Or things that we can't even explain. So even though, I mean, I can try to see and tell them, well, he didn't get paired for round 4. That was because maybe he was checking out other websites or he wasn't active or
right.
like. But if none of those things happened per description, then all we have to do, all we can do is just really say, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what happened. So walk them through what needs to be done, restart the browser and reload the page and just hope that next round you are paired, and they were paired. So
and that's kind of like one of the advantages too that we talked when we do the manual pairing, like for the marathon, because in that type of setting, you are actually able to have more control as a TD in fixing problems. Yeah. So here we are at an end game that to me looks like it's going to be very difficult for one of these players to make progress. But I am not the expert in this, so we'll see. But White has less time. I don't know if that's going to end up being a factor in how this plays out. It will be tough.
On the IM, well, we too, but it's hard to decide, right?
Well, I mean, let's put it this way.
We know Elliot, we know Eric, but Elliot is.
The IM will have more tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Yeah,
and he's already used it.
His time wisely, it seems. So, yeah.
But I'm curious that, I mean, Eric is using a lot of time here. I actually think he's trying to see if he can make progress towards a win. And one thing, there was a tournament that Eric Hahn played where he was playing really, really well. And he was playing Manas Paldi. And Manas was able to catch him in a blunder. Eric.
Or online?
Online. And so I do know that Eric is susceptible to a little bit of time pressure because it happened to him once. So he's got to sort of be careful of that here, because as he's trying to calculate a way to make progress, he doesn't have a whole lot of time left. So he's going to have to be careful. And as we've seen Elliot already, he seems to be able to manage time pretty well.
Yeah, and it seems like a material balance seems, by an amateur view, it's draw. So like probably he was looking into winning, but how to convert this. But at the same time, it's hard. And then now I'm guessing Elliot will need to figure out a way how to avoid repetitions, right?
Well, his rook's pretty strong now, I think, here. I mean...
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard to make progress. That's going to be the challenge.
Yeah.
So Dimple Pitch is someone that knows Elliott in his prime. Wow, look at that move. B5. That rook on d4 is really well placed because it's always going to be attacking e4. It's defending d6.
Yeah.
I'm wondering now if Elliott may be thinking he might have a little advantage here.
Yeah, and certainly the time is on his side. So let's see how it goes.
If he can get his king to c5, I mean, that's going to be a lot of pressure because he's going to be attacking. Yeah, so that cut him off. Yeah, this will be tough now. Wow, can he play d5? Wow, couldn't he play d5? Oh no, because he takes with check. He takes with check. And you know Elliott, you know he knows he has a time advantage, and I guess he's trying to see if he can play on enough to create enough chaos.
Yep. There you go.
Bring his king to c5. Yep.
Check. Or not check.
Well, he's going to get harassed though too.
Yeah, he is. But
this will be interesting here. 3 games left in the round. This is one of them.
But now he could play.
Can't take the pawn because of rook c8 check, and then he'd lose the rook. Play rook h4. Oh wow. Oh yeah, the king comes over. Very tricky. Very tricky. Elliott induce a mistake, and can Eric Hahn keep everything balanced or make some progress? But he's starting to run low on time. I think this will give Elliott some fuel to try to create something.
Well, if he can keep his rook there, that would cut off the king, right?
Yeah.
And now it just go around with the king, right?
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
There you go.
Got one back, just like that. Wow. That is Elliott doing his thing right there. This is the final game of the round here.
Yes, I know. It's unbelievable. Very interesting last game. Definitely very interesting. And kids only have 2 games in their last round 5 too. Both of the round 6 will start roughly around the same time. So it's very fun to see how they are wrapping up around the same time. So very interesting. There you go. And now up d4. There you go.
Now, here's the thing. Like, what do? You defend the d6, or do you take on c4? Or?
Take on c4, take on d4, and then push the pawn, right? Huh?
I don't know. The problem for white is that...
Defended.
Or the problem for black is that the white king is sort of well placed to try to draw.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to
FM Paul Whitehead's class.
Yeah. Exactly. As well as probably, yeah, there you go, check, and then it forcing it out, right?
Running mate.
Okay, push. Push. Check. Right?
King G1, then you got to move the rook out.
Yeah, but then you go to whatever, right?
Got this. Dimple Pinch thinks that that's Judith's move right there.
Yeah. So move wherever, really, right? Probably H, what?
H4. Attack that pawn.
Yeah, H4.
Yeah, but H4 and then, yeah, there you go. And then King F2.
Listen to me.
King F2. Oh, no, Rick.
Okay. But he's going to take with check, right? But then he promotes, right? Yeah. Takes. Oh.
Oh, that's it.
Yep. Okay.
That's it. Yep. That's it. Nicely played by Elliot.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice. It's a beautiful end game.
Dimple Pitch, if you were a gambling man, you would be a little bit richer because you would have bet on the IM and you would have won.
Yeah, but very beautiful end game, and shows how from that position, like that draw position, you force out moves and everything. So
here we wow. So Josiah Stearman and Michael Walder.
Oh, did we predict that? Nice. So
and then Eric Hahn against Nick Allison, and then Elliot Winslow against Pudor.
Against Pudor. Okay. So, and we have both Eric, Josiah, and Elliot and Michael Walder all with 4 out of 5. So it really comes down to who's gonna win. Who can win comfortably, and Eric Hahn is leading the tiebreak score, and then Josiah and Elliot are the same, and then Michael Walder is the 4th one in that score group based on the tiebreak score.
Whoa! Look at this. So I think Walder was playing an Alekines, but now. Now it's a little wild. I was gonna say, I think Stearman's got the hardest road because he's gonna have sort of the toughest opponent for like a high-rated player. But we'll see because.
And even though Eric leads in tiebreak score, that doesn't mean that he won't be able to. Josiah won't be able to switch that. and win on tie breaks. But regarding prize money, it doesn't matter because
That doesn't make a difference.
pay that based on USCF rules, and that means that players from the same prize group or score group, the prizes are pooled together and split equal parts. There are really careful and complicated rules regarding prize fund distribution. So every organizer have to be carefully double check the prize funds and just make sure everything is cool. And that's what we're gonna do. Right?
All the time, always.
Yep. And so if you want to quickly tune into
To which?
the kids tournament, but at the same time we still have one game left in from round 5.
All right, so Judith want me to go to the kids, so let me check that out.
Yeah, don't hate me, guys. And if we drop on viewership, then we know it's not the best.
Yeah. All right, so let's.
And it's mechanics chess kid, and I'm gonna be thrown out because we use the same account.
Well, that's how it is, right? That's how it is.
Go to play. Nope. No, it's not gonna go. So
Oh, I gotta go to play chess. Play versus kid.
versus kid. And yep. And then there you go. And then Tasty Celery just won. So and then did round start?
Let's see. Yeah.
Round 6 started.
So that is now I gotta go see what this looks like because this is the game.
A little bit. Yeah, I see your point. Okay, then let's go back to regular. I don't care.
No, because I can fix this. I mean,
Okay, well, it needs a little bit of shifting, but that's fine.
hold on. We'll get there.
Oh, I'm tired.
There we go. But we don't see the names. That's the thing.
No, we don't, but I can tell.
Yeah. But I mean, we're using the screen names anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly. So round 6, we have, no, it hasn't started yet. Did it?
Round 6 of this tournament?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the kids tournament. Who do you want to? I don't see the parents. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can see it without.
Yeah. Never mind. Go back to the regular. Sorry. Never mind.
All right.
Set up one day, one time. We'll set up to follow.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me fix this here.
No, it's actually cool. It's cool to see the standings and a little bit of chat. Oh, I see, because your board is cut off.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be listening to this for a couple of weeks. I see.
No. Judith wanted it. We gotta give it to her.
I usually get what I want, but not this time.
All right. Let's see here. Bam. There we go.
There you go.
All
Nice.
right.
Yeah. So Josie is playing Mike Walder. Very nice.
Yep. And then Elliot and Pudor. I have no doubt Nick's class and Paul's class will see this game.
Yes, exactly. Because Pudor usually sends in his games sometimes.
Yeah. Very. I love the class style that, Paul and Nick do, where they allow any student taking the class send the game in, and then they'll talk about it, and you can use your real life game as kind of an instructive example, and it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people enjoy that, and it really gives each class its own unique feel because part of yourself can be a part of the class, right?
Yeah.
And the other game we're looking at in terms of the top spot is Eric Hahn, who is black, against Nick Allison here. In terms of the standings, 4 players are tied for first with 4 out of 5. That's Eric Hahn, Josiah Stearman, Elliot Winslow, and Michael Walder. So the last round, the top 2 boards are really sort of deciding the result of the tournament. And Walder's in a little bit of trouble here because the knight is really, really well placed on d6, and now he's forced king f8, so now he can't castle. He's just, there we go, yeah. All right, in other games here. Let's take a look at this game just because I'm looking at it. This is Kaylin Melville against Vedant Talwalkar. And we should just note that whatever the results of this tournament, post-tournament, all results are tentative because all games will be sent for fair play review.
Usually takes 2-3 days to get back. We're going to get back the report from Ken Regan, Professor Ken Regan from University of Buffalo, as well as chess.com sending, not sending, hopefully, anything for us.
Yeah, and
that means that they found a fair play variation.
And just for full disclosure, I don't think there's anything wrong with, we have our own review internally where if we think there's suspicion, we report to chess.com right away.
And we actually
no questions.
Tell them, please take a look at this game. It's not necessarily that we know that there's cheating going on, but we want to make sure that everything is fine for the protection of the club players, because we want to maintain this club as a clean and fun environment for every club players. And that also goes to the fact that if a club player has a good day, that we clear his name or their name, right? So it goes both ways, and it's all for the benefit of the club players, hopefully.
Yeah. So we say this because we want players to know that there's actually an extensive process that we do to make sure the games are clean. If we're suspicious, that something may not have been clean, we take action on it. And it's not because we want to catch somebody. Of course we want to catch somebody if, someone is not, adhering to fair play, but we just want to keep the integrity of the game intact. And, we're proactive on taking a look at accounts. And trust us, after everything we've been through, I think our suspicions are well-founded. So when we act on stuff, we have an idea, right? And then, so we alert chess.com, and then we alert Ken Regan as well. Says, we noticed this, are we wrong? Or, and then he'll have his opinion on it. And, and I think we've been able to keep things pretty well balanced, obviously we have had accounts closed for fair play violations. And, this is sort of part of the process. This is just kind of the way it is now. And this is like the new normal, as they say. Let's go and check the top boards. And funny thing is that look at this position. because Stearman appeared. Whoa.
Yeah. Did he blunder? No? No. Sorry.
No, I'm
Actually on the other way, right? He progressed quite a bit.
going back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went there. Queen took there.
Josiah is 5 out of 6 with 12.
That was a blunder.
Well, actually, his tiebreaks will probably gonna update after that.
So moving on to Elliot, who's trying to. Great tournament from Elliot, just in terms of the resiliency, because he had to make a little bit of a comeback in one game and then played a fabulous endgame against Eric Hahn. So he's got the energy of a youthful Winslow.
Yes, definitely. And we've seen him this like online. He plays every day, and he has bad days, and then he bounces back and then come back and win. Senior Invitational, he represented online Northern California, so we were really happy about that. And
Yeah.
he did all right. It was a very strong field, though. So.
Let's check this. Eric Hahn here is black against Nick Allison. Actually, Nick Allison's. This is a pretty solid position here. Now this is the one thing that'll open things up if Nick's manages to get a draw, right?
Yeah, if Nick manages to get a draw,
Nick has 3 out of 5.
Then it's up to Elliot to catch Josiah, right?
Right.
That's gonna be interesting.
Speaking of Elliot. Going to this game, and Elliott's actually used a lot of time in this game, but his bishops look like they're doing well.
Nick that does have to draw Eric, so it's.
This is going to be. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Eric to win this, I think.
Yeah, because where can that rook go, right? It can only go to basically f7 if.
Because it seems to me like if they're able to trade the pieces down, I sort of like White's king a little bit better.
Oh yeah, it's more active.
And there are 6 games left in the round here already.
Yeah.
Elliott's still thinking, going back to this game, because this is probably a critical point for this game here. Because that one rook is coming off the board is not an issue, because that is happening. He's trying to figure out what's going to happen after that. And I wonder how much got taken out a little bit of Eric having gone through that battle with Elliot and then coming up short, right? I know as a player, it's always draining to be in a long battle like that and then lose and then have to play right away.
Yeah, especially when you're the last game and you don't really catch a breath, right? That's why I think when we do these rapids, I might start implementing a little pause in the middle of the tournament, so that people can go to the bathroom and catch a snack. Just a little 10-minute break. I am able to do that.
Are you able to do it in even a format like this?
Yes, a pause tournament. Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so we can. I have to be right there. I can only put it in round 3. So like if we have a 6-round tournament, round 3, I put in a pause, and that's going to pause the tournament after round is finished.
It only does it at midway point of tournament?
Yeah, no, it only does it after the round that the command is.
Okay. So it can be any round.
Any round, yeah. But if we announce it that there's a pause after round 3, right? I have to be present at round 3.
No going to get a cookie or a coffee or anything like that.
Yeah, but so that needs my active participation. Well, not active participation, but active monitoring of the tournament, right?
So this is tough. I mean, I think I almost think he has to go bishop d3.
Yeah. And then basically he's going to have a connected pass pawn, right? Almost.
Yeah, but the problem is that I'm wondering, is that pawn lost on e5? Because, I mean, he's threatening the c2 pawn, right? The only way to defend it is to go bishop d3. And then if...
Trade, right?
Yeah, but then if takes, right, that pawn is gone because you can't prevent king f5. I mean, you go king g4, yeah, you had to do that. And what white is going to do is use that pawn to go king g4. Black should probably play h5 here because h5 keeps the king from advancing. Are there? Right, and I think white king g4 now. I think this is lost. I think this is totally lost.
Okay, so king takes, right?
Yeah, takes, and then king h5, but then king f5, and then it's only a matter of time before the king gets to f4, e3, then takes d3, and then just promotes. So I think this is an easy win here. I think, but end games are complicated, and I only made it to 2000, so. And then once I crossed 2000, I came crashing back fast to 1800.
Yeah.
But this might be more complex, actually. But I believe I'd rather be black in this position. Monitoring Elliott's game, although the material looks even, his pieces are far better placed.
Yep, that's right. And kids tournament is over, so very cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the final standings. It's always fun to do that.
Here's the thing, it's like, I think the move here is G4. I think
you covering?
I think G4 and it's over, I think. It's tough, actually. This is.
Yeah, so it seems that Eric will win this game, right? So he's gonna join 5 out of 6 Josiah. And
G4 pawn. I think G4 pawn is the right play. My thinking is that if you go to G4, you sort of allow your king to be able to play King F4 before white can push that pawn to try to promote it. It sort of gives you that extra move. The other thing is you want to keep white's king on the H file, right, as much as possible. Because you want to get the black king, like I would want to get my black king to F4 to look to going to E3 and then taking on D3. It's kind of like my thought on it. And it just seems to me that by playing G4, it sort of gives you the time to then play King F4. But let's see. So G4 is played. And then what do you do as white, right? It was like, I could see you looking to do King G7, right? And then that gets into some madness, right? But like, for example, if you go King H5, you just go King F4.
Yep, and that was done.
And then King H4. And now here's the critical moment, right? There you go. King F3.
Yeah.
Right? And then you probably have to go King G5. But then at that point, King G5, that's when you go King E3.
Yes, and
then by the time you take King G4 takes, King takes on D3, see the problem is by the King taking on G4, the promotion square for nice, so he blocks that out. The promotion square for the pawn on D4 is D1, right? But if the king is on G4, having to take the pawn, it's going to be on the promotion square, so he'll deliver a check. So I think that's sort of the thinking of this here. Because I think white has to go King G5 now, and then King G5, King E3.
Yes,
and then if king takes the pawn on G4, you take the pawn on D3. But at some point, oh wow, he did that. Yeah, that works because he's got opposition now.
Yep.
Now it's simple. He took opposition, and then King F5, King F3, and then it's all basic. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, yeah, it's just not enough time because then the king still has to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Nice win by Eric.
And then Elliot won his game.
And he did win his game. So
Gonna be a three-way tie for first, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just check. Okay.
Nice win by. Now the final game is actually kind of a interesting. Well, it was interesting. It's an interesting end game. Interesting end game. Look at this. Like I'm like looking for some Zugzwang. Nice tournament from Elliot Winslow. Dodging bullets all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone, thanks for joining us on a Sunday evening or afternoon evening. Really exciting 6 rounds and three-way tie for first. Evolve player and 9 can jump are still fighting it out. Last few minutes. Kids tournament also finished, so we are happy with that. Very good turnout there too. And everyone, don't forget to sign up for our Summer Chess Festival, which is next weekend. We have a 2-day championship tournament, as well as a Saturday evening blitz, a Sunday evening Fisher Random, and a Sunday afternoon kids tournament. So kids will get trophies, and there's $1,400 prize fund for the championship tournament if we meet the fully paid tournament entries. What else we can say? And we have cups for the first place winners of each section in the championship.
Oh no, yeah, you just hung a pawn, I think.
No.
Yeah, you hung that pawn.
Yep, that's life.
What can you do?
Not much. Just play on.
Just keep playing.
Keep playing chess, right?
Just figure it out, huh?
Let's figure it out. Yeah.
So Elliot, I think, is accusing us of rooting for the kids against him.
No, we did not.
Yeah, that's actually not.
It's actually not true. We did root for you.
That was the other way around.
We actually did bid on you.
We were rooting for you for a change, is what happened.
Yeah, and great job.
I don't know why today, but we were actually rooting for you today.
No. Well, I need a coffee. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that happens. We think we're tired, but Black was tired right there.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. It's all about opposition.
Yeah, let's see if they know their end game stuff, right?
Looks like he's aware.
I've tried to learn this from Paul. I haven't had a chance to actually practice it.
Black is aware.
Real
So
tournament.
far, so good.
Okay, I think
One mistake.
he knows that it's not going to change.
Now the question is, will White try some little trickery? And what's White got to lose, right?
Not much, just a little bit of time. Right? If I can't learn this from Paul, it speaks ill from Paul. Yeah, I think it's it's okay. And I'm not on Hungary time anymore. I've been here for like 6-7 weeks now. So 6. So
White's trying. They're trying to pull some tricks.
yeah.
Black is aware. Black is aware. Yeah. Trying to force an error, but
Okay, come on. I'm gonna give up. Following the game.
can you shut this game off? Just call
Yeah.
call it a draw.
I mean, I could, but that wouldn't be fair. But so.
All right, and the game is drawn. So
God.
final results.
Is that too obvious? Yeah. Well.
There we go. So
Hi for Josiah, Eric, and Elliot. Congratulations. Prizes will be pulled and split into 3 equal parts, and after the fair play screening, we're gonna finalize the results.
yeah, so fantastic. It's fitting that those 3 came out on top, although it all came about in different ways. But fun chess, and there were some fun games and a lot of action. The tactic of the tournament was probably I don't know if it was a tactic, but the move of the tournament was Eric Hans against Stearman. Elliot Winslow got out of some like crazy jams, and great job on Josiah for shaking off that loss and then taking it out on his final 2 opponents. So congratulations to those 3, Josiah Stearman, Eric Hahn, and Elliot Winslow, tying for first. We hope everyone had some fun. We were here at the Mechanics Institute to do some trophy handoffs, and we said, hey, why not turn on the channel and...
Yeah, we are rating Chess Dojo Live with I think either Kostya or Jesse. Kostya and Jesse are there. So
yeah, send it to them. So we're gonna raid them, and for I'm Abel Telemontes, and for Dr. Judith Starry, we will see you on Tuesday night for
permission. Can you type it in, please?
for which raid?
Well, never mind. Let me see if I'm on my computer. Yeah. So give me just 1 second.
Take your time. Take your time.
Because I'm.
So we will be broadcasting Tuesday night, the final 2 rounds of our Tuesday night marathon. Take your time.
Okay.
Starting at 6:30, and we'll let Judith do her magic, and we will see everyone then.